Hello, I'm Charles Cumming. Here's a treat for fans of The Wire, the actor Dominic West reading from my new novel, The Trinity Six. In this section, the hero Sam Gaddis is on the trail of a sixth member of the notorious Cambridge spy ring, and he's come to Winchester Cathedral to meet an old man who claims to have been the close friend and confidant of the sixth man.
He had been seated for no more than a minute when he heard a noise behind him, the sound of a walking stick clicking briskly on stone. Gaddis turned to see an elderly man in a tweed suit moving towards him along the nave, his eyes catching a source of light as he looked up to greet him. The man was so close to Charlotte's description of Thomas Neame as to remove all doubt about his identity. Gaddis began to stand as a gesture of respect, but the old man made a brisk, sweeping movement with the base of the walking stick, which had the effect of pushing him back into his seat. Neame shuffled along the pew and settled beside Gaddis. He did so without apparent physical discomfort, but was slightly breathless as he sat down. He did not offer to shake Gaddis's hand, nor did he look him in the eye. Instead, he stared directly ahead, as if preparing to pray. "You're not one of these Marxist academics, are you?" Gaddis caught the ghost of a smile in Neame's stately profile. "Born and bred," he replied. "What a pity." The old man moved a hand in front of his face, distracted by something in his field of vision. His back was stooped, the skin on his face and neck dark and loose, but he looked remarkably robust for a man of 91. "Sorry about all the scurrying around," he said. The voice was imperially upper class. "As you can probably understand, I need to be very careful who I'm seen talking to." "Of course, Mr. Neame. Call me Tom." Neame laid the walking stick across the 3 seats adjacent to his own. Gaddis looked at his hands. He was moving them constantly, as if squeezing a small exercise ball in the palm to strengthen the wrists. The near-transparent skin across his knuckles was as taut as parchment. "I don't think I was followed here," Gaddis said. "Your colleague's instructions were very clear." Neame frowned. "My what?" He had not yet turned to face him. "Your friend from the bookshop, your colleague, the one wearing the Chelsea shirt." Neame generated a small but infinitely condescending silence before responding. "I see," he said. Now he turned, slowly, like a statue with a crick neck, and Gaddis saw concern within the folds and lines of the old man's face. It was as if he was worried that he had overestimated Gaddis's intelligence. "My friend's name is Peter," he said. "Is he a relative of yours, a grandson?" Gaddis had no idea why he'd asked the question. He wasn't particularly interested in the answer. "He's not." Somebody somewhere was dragging a steel trolley across a stone floor in the cathedral, the sound of the wheels squealing in the echo chamber of the nave. "You followed his instructions as requested?" Gaddis couldn't work out if Neame wanted an answer. He decided to change the subject. "As you can imagine, I have a lot of questions I'd like to ask." "And I you," Neame replied.